If you're in the Dallas area and you'd like to be part of our studio audience, we would love to see you here. Just call 214-628-9900 to reserve your seat.
We would love to have you in our studio audience. Well, spring break is fast approaching, and if you haven't already made plans, we've got travel writer Rita Cook here to give you a couple of ideas from her recent travels across the globe. I can't wait to hear about these. I haven't been on a trip in a while, so give me some ideas.
We're going to start with an exotic destination, Tanzania.
Oh.
And first of all, I just want to mention that when you go to Tanzania, you don't just have to do safari. I did do a safari, Madonna Old River Camp, but I also went to the beach. So that was really fun. And
people, I don't know, do people really put those two together, Tanzania
they don't,
and beach?
no. And the thing is the people told me you're going to do the beach this time. And so, but this is actually the Tanzanian fly swatter.
Wait, I know you guys are showing pictures, but this was laying on the table when you come back to our live shot. And Courtney's like, why is there weave laying on the table?
It's actually a cow's tail. And when I was in Tanzania, actually, there are a lot of flies there. And I was at a village, a Maasai village, and I swallowed a fly, which was really gross. And I wish I'd have had one of these. But when I was actually I did Fanjowi Island, which is like a private island. There's like 6 huts, and it's just amazing. And the picture that they're showing now is at Cambilio Lodge. And that was me before I swallowed the fly.
Oh, no.
But I also brought a couple of really cool things here. This is actually a mermaid that was carved by this man in the middle of nowhere off of Mafia Island. Wow. It's made from cedar wood.
Wow.
And it's just, Tanzania, actually Africa in general, is just one of my favorite places in the world, and
Sounds
Tanzania is great. Coastal air is the way to do that trip. Yeah, so
and make sure you have your fly swatter.
Make sure, yeah. So you don't. It was the grossest thing, I gotta tell you.
All right, what's next?
All right, I think next we were going to talk about Jamaica, and that is always a good spring break destination for Americans. I stayed at a place called the Rock House, and it's outside of Negril, and basically it's like all these little really cool like little suites that you stay in, and from my room I was overlooking the ocean, and there was a cliff, and you kind of look down and you want to jump like you see in the movies where they're jumping from cliffs. And they have a really cool restaurant there called the Push Cart, and it's Jamaican.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful destination. There's also Rita. They have a new adults only.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. If I'm going on vacation, then baby's staying at home.
And it's all inclusive, so you get to drink as much as you want, if you want. And so.
All right, so tell me about the Mexico destination.
Okay, Cancun is a very good destination any time of the year. I was there for Day of the Dead, but I've been there many times. And they just, let's see, I think it was 1.3 billion gallons of sand that they have brought in, and they did like a $17 million revamp of the, and that was, I was being blessed by a Mayan priest at Day of the Dead. And then, of course, you can go out and visit the Mayan ruins. That's Coba.
Is it safe, though? You always hear about the travel warnings to Mexico. What are some tips you can give for making sure you're staying safe?
Well, I mean, first of all, people, when they go on vacation, sort of forget that they're on vacation. I mean, they do stupid things like leave your wallet on the beach. You don't do stuff like that. I mean, think about the safety of what you do when you're at home.
Sure.
And you know, take it with you on your trip.
Just be careful.
I mean, don't go off and buy anything from some stranger.
Well, and if you don't want to worry about all that, you can go to Palm Beach, right?
Exactly. Palm Beach is the kind of place where it was funny because it didn't take me 5 minutes at the Colony Hotel before I was in the bar having a martini, and you meet some really crazy, strange people. I was told that everybody says they're a baron or a count or a prince there, and you know, it's just it's like you lived in LA, so it's like Beverly Hills on steroids. I mean, it's just an amazing place.
Okay, and we got to wrap up pretty soon, but you know, we got to talk about my hometown. I'm heading to California this afternoon to visit family. Redondo Beach.
I want to just mention to people, if they're traveling there in March, there's a kite festival March 9th. It's the 40th year. But they also, I stayed at the Portofino, and they have a program I wanted to mention because it's right after Christmas, where they have a tree they bring in, and then they take the tree, put it back in the nursery, and they bring it back the next year. And you keep using the same tree so that you're not killing trees.
I love that.
I know.
Now, we're getting ready to talk about all things London here with Downton Abbey coming up. You said you just got back from London recently?
I'm actually going in a couple of weeks. I'm going to be going there, checking out food and just, you know, the different places.
Bring us some stuff back.
I will definitely do that. I love London. I love Great Britain in general. So
it's really wonderful.
Yep.
Well,
and
these
Downton
are some
Abbey
great ideas, and I am going to leave my kids at home if I go to any of these destinations. Thank you so much. You can hear Rita's podcast each Monday night on The Duva Show. To get connected to the website, just visit ours at thebroadcasttv.com and click on today's links. When the broadcast continues, we're delving into our hour of all things British, starting with a shop that brings authentic goods and groceries from across the pond right here to North Texas. Stick around.